Want to learn something new today about a holiday that's upcoming? Today we're going to talk about Veterans Day. Here's 5 incredible facts that you need to know about Veterans Day. Stay tuned.
So we got a Yankee Tango veteran. Yankee Tango veteran out.
The year 2020 has been a wild ride thus far. Aside from upcoming Thanksgiving and Christmas, we have another special holiday that's happening very soon, Veterans Day. So here are 5 Veterans Day facts that you need to ponder. No apostrophe necessary. A lot of folks think Veterans Day is spelled with an apostrophe, but they're all wrong. The holiday is not a day that belongs to a veteran or multiple veterans, which is what an apostrophe would imply. It's a day for honoring all veterans, so no apostrophe is ever needed. Veterans Day versus Memorial Day. This one is annoying for all veterans to explain. Memorial Day is a time to give remembrance to those who gave their lives for our country, particularly in battle or from wounds they suffered in battle. Veterans Day honors all of those who have served our country in both war and peacetime, dead or alive, although it's largely intended to acknowledge living veterans for their sacrifices. So before we continue on to number 3 and talk more about Veterans Day, I am a veteran myself, obviously, and it's really motivational whenever I get more subscribers and I get more likes for these videos. So if you do like the content and the material that I'm putting out, please like and subscribe. It would really help me out a lot. I'd really appreciate it. Let's continue. Veterans Day by statistics. There were 18.2 million military veterans in the United States as of 2017, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. Of those, 1.62 million were female, 11.8% were African American, 78.9% were classified as non-Hispanic white, 6.9% were Hispanic, 9 million were 65 years age or older, 1.6 million were younger than 35 years of age. The U.S. population hovers around 330 million, which means approximately only 5 to 6% ever serve in our military. Listen closely to the following audio clip. In 2018, this audio was recorded by a high school student from Pico Rivera, California. The student wore a U.S. Marine sweatshirt to class, and his teacher, Gregory Salcido, proceeded to rant his own negative opinion to his entire high school class about the United States military and their level of intelligence and education. Listen closely.
You joined the military, it's because you had no other option. Because you didn't take care of business academically, because your parents didn't love you enough to push you, and then you didn't love yourself enough to push yourself. The data is in, we don't have a good military. Think about it, people who you know are over there. Stupid Uncle Louie or whatever, they're dumb.
Contrary to what disgraced Pico Rivera High School teacher Greg Salcido had described to his class back in 2018, military veterans are very educated. Now in 2017, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics stated that around 18.6% veterans held at least a bachelor's degree compared to 19.9% non-veterans. That means out of the 18.2 million veterans, 3.3 million of those veterans hold at least a bachelor's degree. Another 12.5% had an associate's degree, 8.9% had attained a master's degree, and 3% have a professional or doctorate degree. Is there a holiday to celebrate current American service members, since veterans are technically people who served in the past? Well, there is. It's called Armed Forces Day, and it falls on the 3rd Saturday in May, so it's in close proximity to Memorial Day. The celebration of Women's Veterans Day is also becoming increasingly popular. It falls on June 12th, the anniversary of the very day women were first allowed to serve as permanent members of the United States military. Though not a nationally recognized holiday, some states do commemorate it. And here's a bonus on how to say thank you to a veteran this Veterans Day. This Veterans Day, I'd like to ask that you take the time to positively acknowledge a veteran. I can tell you that there's a lot of invisible sacrifice that took place in the career of any given veteran. Whether they've been involved during war or peace, the military takes a lot of time and asks a lot of your own personal sacrifice. If you watched my other video on PTSD, I described the silent wounds that are sometimes suffered by veterans. Whether that's losing their family or losing themselves by facing an unjust world and then struggling to live in that bubble of just when they come home, many veterans do suffer in silence. And it's these patriotic holidays that scratch the soul of the time some simply choose to forget. If you're wondering how to respectfully thank a veteran for serving in the armed forces, consider simply saying, "Thank you for your service. Thank you for stepping up when others took a step back." Or you can just simply say thank you. Now, veterans may not feel comfortable with being thanked for their service, and that's because it's taught in the military to remain humble. Some of my own personally known, highly decorated fellow veterans never talk about their acts of bravery or sacrifice, or their time in service. Understand that it's been estimated of over 80% of veterans returning from war have had direct experience of violence, either witnessing it, being a victim to it, or causing it. Many war veterans have been in daily fear of their lives for a period of time. A number of veterans experience some degree of post-traumatic stress syndrome, or post-traumatic stress disorder. This has become particularly apparent with the recent return of veterans from the Afghan and Iraq wars beginning in 2003. A high number of soldiers who suffer from PTSD or PTSS are much higher than previous conflicts. More soldiers returning have sought treatment for this condition than in past American wars. If you are a veteran and you feel a little uncomfortable with being acknowledged for your service, simply respond with, "Thank you, it was an honor." Enjoy your upcoming Veterans Day with your family. Stay safe, and as always, be resilient. If you are a veteran in crisis, please reach out to the Veterans Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255. The hotline is open 24/7, 365 days a year. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Yankee Tango Veteran, and I'm out.